Hi, and welcome back to Weekend at Bernie's Garage YouTube channel. So, we've got another thing we're going to be working on in a little while. We're going to do some work with it today, and it's going to move on. But as you can see behind us here, we have my daughter just bought this. Well, she bought it a couple months ago. But anyway, she's as time has come that we're going to get a chance to do something with it. So, let's have a little look. So as you know, Holly, she races the Datsun that we have, my old car, and she has her turbo square body truck. So now it's time to do a little bit of work with this. So as I said again, she wanted the driver, so it's going to be I'm not going to do anything with the body. Maybe just wet sanded or something or whatever it is. It's painted over with a paintbrush. We were just scuffing a little bit of here on the roof with a bit of 400, and it's starting to brighten up really good. So it's just that, I mean, it's only painted with a brush probably 20 or 30 years ago. So anyway, the deal is we're going to put disc brakes on front and back, and probably going to swap out the engine and transmission. Like I said again, it's in a way it's too bad. It's the original car. The car's like a time capsule. It was never anything changed on it, but in the other hand, it's her car, and she wants to drive the thing. Like, she went to Moncton here with her pickup, and I think I forget how much she put on it the whole trip. I think it was like 4,000 kilometers by the time she went to Moncton PEI, you know, and across there, track across the island, back and forth. But anyway, she's done to go to a little bit of driving. So this isn't going to be any different. It's obviously going to be fuel injected, and it'll be a nice little driver to do. Anyway, so what we got here is I'm not sure it's a 55 or a 56, but anyway, I'm pretty sure it's a 55 Ford customline. Anyway, it's a very solid car, very solid. It's the original Newfoundland car, you know. All original. Actually, it's really original. I mean, it's still got four-wheel drum brakes onto it, which is the first project to deal with. And she's 3-speed standard on the steering wheel. You see her windows a bit dirty. And she's still got the original motor and transmission into it. But anyway, she bought it, and anyway, she wanted a driver. So anyway, there you can see big drum brakes. Drum brakes on the back is not really a problem. Normally they're fine. But anyway, what we end up getting is, let's see what we got over here. Took it off. We've been cleaning up a little while. But anyway, we have a disc brake rear end out of Ranger, and it just so happened this is the same width, almost exactly, and it's the pinions offset pretty well in the same spot. So should just be you know, layering on the leaf springs. You can put the purchase onto it, set the pinion angle, center the rear end, and we should be good. Anyway, so for now, we're going to take the draw shaft out of it, and we got the leaf spring, or the shocks let go. Somebody put some type of coilover shock onto it. It's kind of different looking. Must be some type of add-on. The car had a trailer plug onto it, and it was like a bracket that bolted on for a towing a trailer. So obviously, and when I look at the park passes in the window, it was used. I mean, towing trailers. I mean, you only had cars or pickups to tow them with back then. So anyway, the shocks are bolted on the bottom. As long as they've been on it. The top ones are just a bit harder to get out. We ain't using them, so we're just going to cut them off. But for now, we'll take the axle out, or the draw shaft out, sorry. We're going to take the draw shaft out, and we're going to measure the pinion, and we're going to measure the center of the axle down. So when we put it in, then we can make sure the center of the axle is the same spot. Get the pinion pretty well as close to what the other one was, and then we start from there. Okay, so we level the car side by side, and put the measuring tape from here down to the floor, and we went in from the pinion down to the floor. So that'll get us roughly where this is now, and we're going to put the other one back where it was. So when we do it, we're going to try to put the transmission stuff roughly around, keep the same angle onto it anyway. Well, anyway, that's what we got there. We got like pinion center down 13 7/8, and from the center of the side axle down 16 1/4 to the floor. So the car is level side to side. She's obviously up in the back and she's down the front, but that'll give us pretty well put it back in the ballpark anyway. Leaf spring car usually have a lot of pinion angle, so anyway, should be fine. So if not, like I said, something we'll deal with later. But anyway, this should get us going for now. So yeah, we're down in the garage today. This is the rear end we're putting in the car. It's an 8.8 disc brake rear end. Had some etching primer and some stuff onto it. Just giving a coat of black there. And as well, when you come over here, originally it came with these for the shocks, but anyway, after finding out the spacing difference, and this is a rear end bottom pad we took out of a Explorer with these springs, and it just so happens they got the two of them, you put them on, they got the shock pieces in the right spot. So the only really thing we found that with the rear end is that the spring purchase that we had off the Ranger rear end was a little bit lower, so which would have made the rear end go down on the leaf springs more. So the car would actually, by the time bolted together, it'd be like a, I was like putting a 1-inch lift into the car, because you know the spring goes on top of the leaf springs, or sorry, the axle goes on top of the leaf springs. So anyway, we found these here. These were out of the Ranger, and I guess that's goes between your leaf spring rear end, and it puts a 1-inch or 1.25-inch lift into it. And what we're going to do, we're going to put them between the axle and rear end, the axle rear end and leaf spring, and anyway, that'll put us back to the same height that we had. Okay, so the rear end is clean and painted. We got the lower mounts and 7 pieces that are instead of a lift, we're going to drop it. So we have that, and we just took the shocks out of it. And interesting shocks, just when I was looking back in the day. And looks like it was a cause spring slipped over the shock. And the only I can see with it is that the car was towing it, had a trailer hitch onto it, and Buddy was towing a trailer with it. So I guess this just helped it, you know, extend the shock all the way, put the cause spring on, tighten up, and that'll help give it a bit more, you know, a bit more tension on the back of it, the springs. But anyway, she's out there, and we're ready to put it in. Okay, so there we have it. Get the rear end in. This is mock up right now, obviously. We'll take it out again and do all the lines and the handbrake shoes and some stuff, but just trying to fit everything up. It's already easy to take it out and put it back in once it's already done. But anyway, we got the U-bolts, and you can see over here the bottom springs. So the shock goes there, the shock goes up towards that area, so that's going to work out good. So we'll put tires back onto it now and drop it back on the ground. Yeah, okay, so we got the axle in the car, and we went to put the factory wheels back onto it, and he rubs the caliper brackets, which is not really too much of an issue because there's lots of room to the side. So a set of wheel spacers should work. I think he puts an 1.25" wheel spacers on, and it'll be out. It'll still be inside the quarter panel. But anyway, have a little look at it there now, and we got the Ranger wheel on it now. But let's have a little look. So anyway, it's in the wheel well. It's nice, and actually, you look at it, the Ranger wheel is like, you got 1.5 inches or so right there. But the other thing is that the factory wheel don't come out here as far this way. So I guess it's this is actually wider than the wheel, and it's also the offset's a little different on it. So I put the factory wheel onto it, probably 1.5 inch spacer. We should be right where we need it anyway. But anyway, that's one little part. Anyway, so this is the start of doing some work with the old car. It, like I said before, it's basically going to be a brake upgrade and a drivetrain swap. The car is in amazing shape, actually. I'm really pleased with it. Like I said again, this is my daughter's car, and you know, and at the end of the day, she wants something safe and she wants something that she can drive. And you know, after being like I said, All Atlantic Nationals, this might be another car that'll be driven over there. So anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.